Tonight,
Are we in?
only on HAPPENING.fun. We are attractions. We are casino events. We are nightlife. We are festivals. We are concerts. We are Florida events. We are movies. We are sports. We are live performance. With your host, Napoleon Plays. With your moderator, Al Ferguson. Celebrities and interviews. Billie Eilish, Cher at American Airlines Arena. Let's plan ahead. Capital One Orange Bowl. Hamilton at Kravis Center. Out and About, Heathers the Musical, High School Edition. Happy Holidays at Twist with DJ Power Infinity. Around Florida. New Year's Eve, Beach Ball Drop. New Year's Eve at Walt Disney World. The Fun Five. The 33rd Annual Matzo Ball. Lindsey Stirling, Warmer in the Winter Christmas Tour. It's all happening tonight on South Florida's most popular live source for things to fun. Only on HAPPENING.fun.
Well, good evening, South Florida, and welcome to HAPPENING.fun. We are coming to you. This is a celebration of all of the fun things to do in the coming week.
Right here in South Florida, we're going to lead you to a fun week.
That's right. I think that's what I just said.
We're going to lead you to a fun week. You have to listen better.
Yeah, I guess that's what it is. We're leading up to Christmas or Hanukkah.
All of the holidays are about to hit us.
Exactly. As the opening told you, I'm Al Ferguson and host, and this is my partner in crime, lifestyle expert Napoleon Plays. I'm, by the way, America, before he says a word, I am contractually obligated to say lifestyle expert.
Yeah, we also discussed that he needs to leave me a break so that I can say hello. Everyone else does it on every other TV show, but Al thinks he's better than that.
Hello. We do welcome you to HAPPENING.fun.
We have fun.
We do, and we are South Florida's most popular source for things to fun. Now, what does that mean? It means that we're pursuing interesting and fun things to do. This is kind of a darkish time, and the best way to deal with that is to find fun things to do. And are we succeeding? Napoleon, I think we are. Last week, 16,000 people in South Florida watched HAPPENING.fun.
Oh, that's incredible.
Nothing even close to it.
No, it's not, because we all need to have a little bit of fun. It's why I'm Napoleon Plays, because we want to make sure that you guys can have a good time no matter what you're doing and lighten up the mood.
I have got so many jokes, South Florida, on Napoleon Plays.
Well, where are they?
But not tonight. I'll wait till 2020. I'll wait till then. We want to remind you that we're live. That's an all-stop moment. Nobody tries to do this. We are live, which means, as I always say, Napoleon's going to screw up. I promise you. He's going to screw up, and I'm going to zero in and make fun of him.
That's
it's one of my favorite things to do.
We take a tally here, and so far I think this is the third week in a row that I'm going to win in not screwing up and saving your ass.
There
right?
is some truth to this, South Florida. It's true.
And as we said, that we have all of the information for the things to fun here in South Florida. So if you have an event, a festival, or some kind of fun thing to fun, make sure to submit it to us at submit@happening.fun. We want to go.
Absolutely. And tell everybody how they can participate in terms of like and share and watch parties.
Well, we all know that you love what we do, and we want to make sure that the word gets out, the gospel gets farther. So please like us, subscribe us, and of course, start a watch party. It's very easy. We'll tell you how to do it right here. Watch this.
When viewing our live show in your app, please click share. On the next screen, you can write text to your viewing audience and then click Start Watch Partying. You've done it. Enjoy your party.
It's as simple as that. That's all you have to do. Like and share us and start a watch party and find things to fun. It's the holiday season. New Year's Eve is going to be right on us. There's lots and lots of things to do that are fun, and we'll help you find the best things to do.
Navigate all of the world and all of Florida anyway.
Exactly. Before we move into our segments that we want to talk about tonight, we want to thank our presenting sponsor of HAPPENING.fun, Barbara Warren Lowley, immigration attorney here in South Florida. Barbara Warren Lowley makes HAPPENING.fun Possible as our presenting sponsor, and I know everybody appreciates her participation.
So we thank her for the fun.
Yeah, for the fun. We're going to credit her for the fun.
We will.
Okay, all right. That doesn't happen for attorneys very often, so I know she's very happy about it. All right, let's move into our blocks. We call them segments, and we kind of dissect how we have fun here in South Florida. So we move to our first block, and it's called Celebrities and Interviews.
Ooh la la.
And in Celebrities and Interviews, we remind you that if you have events that you plan yourself, contact us. It's really easy to do. Just send us an email at submit@happening.fun, and we'll consider it in terms
simple.
of including it in the show.
What's
Let's
first
begin number 2 in terms of celebrity and
Number
interviews.
2 in our celebrity in interview is Billie Eilish with the Where Do We Go World Tour. Now, I've got to say, this was a person, an artist that I was a little hesitant about because Billie Eilish is the it girl right now, and she's all over the world, the internet, with what she's doing. We've got a video for you that we're going to tune in for as well. And I was not a big fan of her until I started researching more because she has broken so many records. She has been a spokesperson for the youth. She's 17, and she is the youngest person ever nominated in the same year for the 4 big Grammys of the record, an artist, an album of the year. She has broken so many different molds, and I have to say kudos to Billie Eilish, even if I can't understand what she's saying in the music.
Yeah, and tell us where Eilish is going to be performing.
She's going to be at the American Airlines Arena on March 24th at 7 p.m. So kudos to you, because I can't wait to hear more. I mean, her middle name is Pirate. Who wants more than that?
Really? Her middle name is really Pirate?
Pirate. I don't know if that was an addition or just the first start, but it's Pirate Baird. So
Is her real name Pirate like Napoleon?
I mean, I'm sure so. It means parent given, right?
All right, that's number 2. Our number 1 celebrity and interview this week in South Florida is Cher. All right, now I know half of the gay community in South Florida, which there's a sizable one, has just basically stopped breathing.
Everyone wants to see Cher. It doesn't matter who you are.
Exactly right. Cher, Here We Go Again tour is coming to the American Airlines Arena on March 24th at 7 p.m. And I have seen Cher a number of times. Have you seen her in concert?
You've probably seen her at the first, the second, the third, and the fourth farewell tours, right? And now the 5th one, the next one, the coming back tour.
The HBO special that was done on her farewell tour, and I think that was like 6 farewells ago. Cher's in her 70s.
I mean, I wouldn't have guessed that, but I also wouldn't have guessed that about Elizabeth Warren. So
she is awesome, and I'm going to see her again. The last time I saw her, I said, "No, this is probably it," and I had no idea. Nope, that's not it. So I'm going to see
you're smart
Cher.
and have foresight.
Exactly, March 24 at 7 p.m. And if somebody in production could help us, I'd appreciate that there. So that's our number 1 thing in celebrity and interviews, and that is Cher. It brings us to our next block.
This is my favorite block because it is all about self-improvement and learning to organize, because we call this block Plan Ahead. We want to make sure that you have the opportunity and the time to get to every fun event that we have in South Florida, and this is what you want to tune in for to plan it out. Here in Plan Ahead, we have our number 2 event, which is the Capital One Orange Bowl, which is Virginia versus Florida. Now, my family's about to come into town, and one of the things that they wanted to make sure that we did is watch a football game. And I can't say that I inherently relate to that. I much prefer to play it. But for all of you college fans out there, this is the big one. I'm sure you've been to this bowl before, right?
I have been to the Orange Bowl back when it was the original Orange Bowl in western downtown Miami. I went to the Orange Bowl in like the late 80s and 90s when it was the Orange Bowl. They've since torn that down. Marlins Park is there now. But it is a great game. Of course, we get to watch the University of Florida, and they get to play the Virginia Cavaliers. And that's where I'm from. My family's from Virginia.
I thought I could hear that in you a little bit. And this is going to be at the Hard Rock Stadium, as you can see. A beautiful stadium.
Did you just make fun of my Virginia accent?
I will make fun of so many things about you, but not where you're from. Okay? There's no shame. I'm from Baltimore. It is very similar in a lot of parts of it.
I was going to say, Hairspray Boy, don't make fun of Virginia.
Well, good morning, because here it's...
Good morning, Baltimore. Did you drop that?
I will drop that right there. This is going to be at the Hard Rock Stadium on December 30th at 8 p.m. Any fan of sports or just big events, I love big arena events, go. It's going to be a blast.
Let's talk about the number one thing to plan ahead for, and you've got to do it. It was the Broadway smash. Broke all records. It is on the verge of eclipsing Phantom of the Opera on Broadway as the biggest Broadway musical in history, and that is Hamilton. And Hamilton is so big, it is coming to 2 major venues in South Florida.
Because you can't get a ticket in New York, so you have to travel to see it. You still can't get
exactly right. Between January 28th and February 16th, it is going to begin at the Kravitz Center in Fort Lauderdale, and then it's going to move to the Adrian Arsh Center in Miami.
And if you're a fan of history, obviously this is the tale of Alexander Hamilton told through rap. It is an entirely modern take. And I've got to put a shout out there to Lin-Manuel Miranda, who a lot of people know from Moana or from the new Mary Poppins movie, but he got his start back on Broadway in 2008 with a show called In the Heights, which was all about different Hispanic groups, different music. Yes, and he really told character story well through the differentiation of music. He is a genius, and I use that word with directness. He is a genius lyricist, and he will pull you into the character immediately.
Yeah, Hamilton, it's a not-to-miss Broadway musical. Napoleon's not kidding. Napoleon is a Broadway guy from New York. You can't get a ticket for Hamilton.
No, and you want to be in the room where it happens and go see Hamilton because it is the sensational Broadway hit of the decade.
Again, next month, you have the choice at either the Kravitz Center in Fort Lauderdale or Adrian Arsh in Miami. Now, before we move into our next block, our next segment, we have a sponsor with us tonight, and a very interesting guy I was talking to before the show.
Yeah, he's my new best friend. He's a very fun person to talk to. I encourage you to.
Been around for a while, and that's not an age joke either. That would be for you, but not.
Stop projecting.
And that is Stevie Moon, and Stevie Moon operates Stevie Moon Tattoo here in South Florida, and he is a sponsor here tonight of Happening.fun. And welcome to Happening.fun, Stevie.
It's my pleasure to be here, guys.
And we're showing this fantastic image. Your camera is right over there. We're showing this fantastic image. You did
Great
the
marketing, by
artwork
the way.
of both
Thank
of
you.
those. The female artwork is just absolutely stunning. You're on Federal Highway, US 1, here in Fort Lauderdale.
Yes, sir.
How long have you been a tattoo artist, specialist?
I started tattooing when I was 3, so 26 years.
You started tattooing when you were 3.
Wait, stop.
I totally
You
jumped
ran
on that train.
completely over the joke. You were like a destroyer that
I
ran
listened to
over
the marketing. He
submarine
said he's good at
too
marketing.
fast.
I listened to his marketing. Oh, wow.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
So we got the joke finally.
We're 26 years in the game.
26 years,
But
right?
you need to be careful. These two here are from Baltimore.
Yeah. Oh, you're a
We
Baltimore
have-
Of course
guy
I
too?
like
Yes,
you.
we do.
Okay, yeah, there's a
Yeah.
camaraderie
That's where
right
it is.
there.
Agreed.
All right.
Agreed.
Well, you have some beautiful
Now,
artwork
I'm
right
curious, Stevie. I have one tattoo, and it was something from Pulse, somebody that I lost at Pulse. I have nothing like this.
there. Or you couldn't handle getting a tattoo like that.
I
You cry
actually-
when you walk into a wire pole and start to bleed.
Wait, and I wanted to ask that. To do something that intricate, is it a painful experience or not a painful experience?
It depends. If someone is encouraged and so excited to get the tattoo, the pain is minimal.
The euphoria just covers over it.
Believe it or not, guys, women sit so much better than men. They're in charge of birth, and they're just so easy to fight for.
Really?
They really are.
So
the worst of worst are the big steroided like muscle heads. I have to literally act like a biker because as soon as they realize I'm easy and to talk to, we're going to take breaks every 5 minutes.
Now, I understand that you're in the traditional straight market, but you're in Fort Lauderdale, and I see there on Federal Highway, so I would imagine in central Fort Lauderdale, you have big number of gay clientele also.
I still have a predominantly gay market.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. And in terms of what you do, yeah, and your camera's right there. In terms of what you do, is it a tattoo artist? What do you call yourself in terms of what you do?
Tattooist, tattoo artist. I just tell people, don't call me late for dinner.
Yeah.
Do people tend to come in with an idea of what they want, or do sometimes people have no? Like, if I got a tattoo, I wouldn't know what I would want. I would say a Pokeball or something else, and then I would change my mind 5 minutes later.
You're ideal for me.
Oh,
Yeah.
You help them
The
decide.
discussion, I usually take about two months to get an appointment. The advantage to that is, A, the people that want to do the spontaneous tattooing, I don't really deal with those.
Oh,
You know, we're
really?
going to
The
get drunk, let's get it done
walk-ins?
this tonight or this
Right.
weekend, that
So
kind
if
of
it's
thing.
alcohol-induced, you're not...
I have nothing to do with
Oh,
it.
you're like a
you
life
know?
coach
So-
tattoo artist at the same time.
Kind of. Well, think of any therapeutic modality. What are they doing? Bringing up pain. What do? I got a needle. I'm bringing up pain. The stories that they get into, and again, look at the work that I do. It's very.
I was telling
Baltimore
Stevie.
lost a good one with
I was
you.
telling Stevie. Now this is a live show. You're hearing and watching Stevie live. I was telling him he has quite an institutional name in South Florida. I have heard so many of my friends talk about him or have had tattoos done with him. What
It's like meeting royalty.
what causes the longevity for you here in South Florida? Why have you received that recognition of the longevity?
Consistency.
Yeah?
Consistency.
Yeah.
If you read my reviews, you'll realize I'm not popular. A tattooist has an integrous bond, an ethical responsibility to tell someone, no, that's not going to work.
Yeah, it's not gonna work.
Suck. It's trendy. It's going to fall apart.
Yeah.
And I won't hold my tongue.
You know, I've
I won't
always
hold my
wanted.
tongue.
This is a selfish curiosity for me. I'm looking at the two images of the male and female that you have done work on. When you do it, and it can potentially, because of nudity, et cetera, where people would want the art, do you ever see it that way? Do you ever actually really slow down and go, it's a naked guy, naked girl, or you just go blank when you do that?
I was raised by, I was taught by a woman to tattoo. The advantage there, the energy, she said, Stevie, let the needle do the work. Don't be a guy and jackhammer this stuff in. So when many people that are heavily tattooed, they say, Stevie, you're so light-handed. Number two, I'm a fashion designer. The way that it lays on the body and moves, you noticed on the work, you know, the movement around a buttock, up the ribs. Women from the side, if they're getting a tattoo on the side, I'll pull it in. Why? I give them that hourglass that they want. Men, every guy wants to look bigger and stronger.
And Stevie, yes, absolutely. And Stevie, do you recommend appointment or to walk in and discuss?
Definitely an appointment. We'll
Yeah.
set up a consult. We'll discuss. I want to get into your head, ask questions. And again,
thorough.
if they want to go into the shallow end or deep into the pool, it's completely up to them. Completely up to
Excellent.
them.
Okay, well, South Florida, Stevie Moon Tattoo. If you've ever thought about having a real high quality art version of a tattoo, Stevie Moon and Stevie Moon Tattoo is the place
Yeah,
to
you
call.
almost persuaded me to come.
We're giving you the contact information there. Stevie, thanks a lot for being with us
Guys,
tonight.
thank
at
you so much for having us.
Happening.fun.
Thank you so much, you guys.
Absolutely. It causes us now to move into our next segment block, which is called Out and About. And Napoleon and I constantly remind our audience, Out and About is definitely South Florida, among
is.
one of the largest gay communities
This
in the
section
country.
is all about the LGBTQ community and how it gives back with art, entertainment, and events for people within that community or people that just want to go to really cool events.
With that said, tell us, and remember, if you plan events, send us an email and we'll consider including you in this segment.
And
tell us about one of the events.
Number 2 in our Out and About section is Heathers the Musical. High School Edition. Now, if you guys have seen Heathers ever before, this is that show, but done in a musical fashion. You know, the 1980s show, right?
Yeah.
With Shannon Doherty. Maybe she'll make an appearance. She's the comeback queen now, so maybe she'll hop on in. But this is a high school production of Heathers the Musical. It is a great show for high schoolers to do because it obviously takes place in high school, and it's just really, really fun music. Yeah. Anyone that likes the 80s, anyone that likes pop music even a little bit, or group dancing is going to have a fun time, as you can see from the video that's playing right now.
Yeah, it looks a lot of fun, and this is the last week at the Showtime Performing Arts Center.
That's right. It runs December 14th through the 22nd.
Our number one Out and About event this week is the holidays at Twist in South Beach, and DJ Power Infinity. Very famous DJ, national circuit DJ, and as it happens to be, Twist on December 20th, this big event of the Happy Holidays with DJ Power Infinity, and of course we invited Power Infinity in. Power, welcome to Happening.fun.
Thank you for joining us, Power.
You're mugging for the camera.
Always.
Always. In full disclosure, South Florida, both Napoleon and I know Power. And tell us a little bit about Twist and this event you're DJing.
You needed to give full disclosure to the fact that you know me. We work together. Hey, y'all. So Twist, this Friday night on South Beach, it is celebrating 25 years of being a cornerstone, a landmark of the South Beach nightlife. scene, and we are celebrating, and I will be your DJ. I'll be taking you on that musical journey of beats and rhythm and everything nasty and nice.
Wow, what an
Ooh, that
erotic way of
sounds fun.
saying you have to go. Now I know why you're in the out and about section,
You know-
because I'm jumping in on that.
South Florida, one of the reasons I was thrilled that DJ Power Infinity was with us here tonight at HAPPENING.fun is this is the epitome of what we're talking about. Unusual and different means fun. I dare to say, rarely do you see a DJ at your nightclubs that look like Power Infinity.
Not everyone is as lucky as we get to be in your presence, I gotta say.
Exactly. Now, you are an institutional name in South Florida. You are South Beach. You come from that time period. Music was invented around Alexander Graham Bell. That's
I'm from that golden era.
golden era. Look at the video image.
Yeah, I love all of the videos of you. I'm actually, my family is coming into town. We're going to go see Star Wars this Friday, and then we're going to come down to Twist and see
what,
you.
really?
Yeah,
Oh,
so you better treat my
excellent.
mom nicely, first of all. But I'm
Wait.
so excited to hear you and see what you'll do.
Oh,
Maybe
okay.
this one will be invited too. I don't know.
Yeah. Only if I get VIP, though. Only if I.
Well, you know Al Ferguson,
Yes,
right?
I'll put you guys on the guest list.
Wait,
Yeah.
only one of us needs to be on. It's okay. Ideally, separate rooms.
Right. And I'm curious because you perform all over the world. What is it about South Beach that is so exciting for you?
Are you watching the video? That's what's so exciting. She gets to be
Yeah.
pampered and loved and caressed.
Well, I don't know if you guys can see it, but I'm watching me. Watching me, watching you, watching me. But South Beach, South Beach just has a magic, you know? It just has a magic that's all its own. It's not New York, it's not LA, but it has its own vibe, its own sensuality. Everybody is beautiful. You know, there is energy and music and sex and sensuality and rhythm and beat and beauty. It's all there on one little place that we call South Beach.
Yeah.
And by the way, I would like to also mention that it is the general manager and my friend of 20 years, Glenn Davis. It's his birthday that night. So
You're going to be hopping out of a cake.
naked.
naked?
All right, everybody, we're going to see Power Infinity this
With
Friday.
nothing but a headphones on.
Yeah,
So-
exactly. Well, DJ Power Infinity, we're thrilled that you're with us here tonight at HAPPENING.fun. This Friday night at Twist on South Beach. It's a real treat to watch the performance and spinning that you're going to see at Twist. It's a unique opportunity not to miss, and absolutely why it's our #1 out and about event in South Florida
Can't wait
this
to
week.
see it.
Power, thank you very much for being with us at
Absolutely.
HAPPENING.fun.
Absolutely.
It moves us to block #4, and that is Around Florida. And Around Florida talks about the different kinds of events that take place in the state. We have lots of fun things
It's a big
outside
state.
of
It's a big
South
state. Not
Florida.
everything is in South Florida. We've got Orlando and Tampa and Jacksonville and all sorts of things that are north of here. Sarasota, St. Pete.
Right.
The list goes on. It's not just down here. And
Exactly.
This
And
is to help you understand all of that.
So tell us about Around Florida. You tell us about the first
That's
event.
right. Our #2 in things to fun around Florida is New Year's Eve the New Year's Eve beach ball drop. This is going to be in Panama City Beach. It's December 31st at 5 p.m. Now, you guys might have been in New York for a ball drop before.
I
but
know,
you-
that sounds weird, doesn't it? 5 p.m. ball drop.
should be in the out and about section, maybe.
Yeah, no, I wasn't talking about that.
The beach ball drop is kind of like what you get in New York, except you get all of the pleasure of being in Florida. You have the heat, you have beach right there, you get the excitement of being somewhere that you can be partying on the ocean outdoors with the ball drop there. It is a blast for anyone that is down in this location. It is travel worthy, and if you are in that location and you don't make it there, then you're definitely missing out because it's the biggest thing to do.
South Florida, you may not know that Panama City is, of course, in the Florida Panhandle, the Emerald Coast, beachfront community. And what's really unique about this event of the New Year's Eve beach ball drop is it's family friendly. They drop 10,000 beach balls at 5 o'clock. And so it gives you the New Year's celebration, but it's during the daylight and it's family friendly.
Magical.
And then through the evening, it gets more adult and more adult until you move to New Year's Eve. And that's our #2 thing for the week.
What's next, Al?
Our #1 thing, our #1 event this week in Around Florida is Walt Disney World's New Year's Eve. And we call it Walt Disney World because a lot of people do not realize on New Year's Eve, The largest collection of fireworks in the world will be just up the road in Orlando.
I did not know that.
All the theme parks do their largest fireworks displays and shows of the entire year. So when you combine all of the different parks, the different events, the Downtown Disney, Disney Springs event, you have 5 major venues for fireworks. It is absolutely the place to be
That makes
for
sense.
New Year's Eve.
I was talking to a friend that used to work at Disney World. He was telling me you have to get there by 11 o'clock in the morning or the parks are closed because they're at capacity. That's how many people come. And they're used to having large crowds.
That's exactly
So this
right.
is a big deal.
Absolutely right. And that's our number one thing around Florida this week. And moves us to our final segment called The Fun 5 Things to Fun This Week. It's a tongue twister, but we tell you about the 5 most entertaining things to do. And this week, they all have a theme. We are preparing you for New Year's Eve. And so all of our events, no, I'm sorry, we're not preparing you for New Year's
Holidays.
Eve. We're preparing you for the holidays.
That's right.
So let's begin with number 5.
Our number 5 in the countdown of the fun 5 things to fun this week, the fun 5 things to fun this week, is the Hanukkah Factory. This is going to be in Miami daily through January 6th, and this is all day. This is billed as the nation's first ever Hanukkah lights show. You guys may have seen the Christmas lights. In fact, there's dozens of them around here, and a lot of them are really good. But if you're Jewish or if you're not Jewish and you want to see the original Festival of Lights, Hanukkah, done up in a modern way through lights, through what we have today in current technology, this is the place for you to go. The Hanukkah Factory is for all of you Jews and non-Jews and Jew-friendly people that want to go out and see something catered.
So this includes you.
This does include me. That's right. I'm not all
Where's it
glued
at
up today.
and the timing?
It is in Miami. It is daily through January 6th.
Oh, great. All right. Our fun 5 thing to do this week, number 4, is a traditional musical, A Christmas Carol. And that is at the Actors Playhouse in Miami, December 21 and December 22 at select times. Of course, Christmas Carol is a staple at the holidays.
Yeah.
Of course,
And
everyone has seen movies and television viewers.
Yeah, and you're in it as Scrooge, right? Well, fortunately, you don't have to answer that because we've got a video for you all. So please watch this.
Yeah, watch this. That looks so fun to me. I love Christmas Carol. I've seen countless movies, countless television
You were there for the
specials.
original.
I was not. That's Charles Dickens,
Yeah,
19th century.
I did see the Jim Carrey remake. That was one of the only 2 movies I ever saw in New York that wasn't for a class or at a film festival. It was that much of an experience. The other one was Avatar.
Yeah.
But back up in New York. But
Oh, my goodness. So that's our number 4 thing this week. What's our number 3 thing?
number 3 in our countdown of the fun 5 things to fun is the American Sirens Holiday Show. And we've got a video for you, so take a look at this.
Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Dashing through the snow in a one-horse open sleigh. O'er the fields we go, laughing all the way. Bells on bobtail ring, making spirits bright. What fun it is to ride.
That also looks fun. Those girls
like a
are
lot of fun.
beautiful.
It feels very old-timey, kind of like what the
I don't know the-
sisters that would sing together.
I don't know.
Can't
The
be
Andrews sisters?
Andrews sister. That's,
From
Sugar
World War
Rocket Group,
II.
Can't
Yeah,
Be Man.
right. The Boca Black Box, I don't know that. Have you been to that theater?
I have been to the Boca Black Box. It's actually where I first saw Heathers the musical. Different rendition than the one we talked about earlier. I love the Boca Black Box because it is a theater space incarnate. You don't have anything set up. It is a black box. You can do anything you want in the space, direct the audience how you want, create the entire space you want. And that's perfect for a recreation of the Andrews sisters or for any new show.
Yeah, and should be fun in terms of a little more traditional music for the holidays. That leads us to number 2 in our countdown of the fun 5 things to fun this week, and that is the original Matzo Ball. Now, this is at Live nightclub in Miami, and also in Delray Beach, also at DAER. And tell us a little bit about the original Matzo Ball.
That's right. Well, we were talking about DAER nightclub, which has a great way to come in and out throughout the entire day. It is a nightclub that has a day turning to night. They have their glass screen that opens up, and you can really party there for the entire time without having to feel like the day is passing. It is an all-day event. And the Matzo Ball, I get a tongue twister every time because I want to say matzo ball, as in like a matzo ball that I eat every time for the holiday. But this is the original matzo ball, and it is in Delray Beach, December 31st at 10 p.m.
Yeah, multiple locations. And that leads us to our number one countdown of the fun 5 things to do this week. And what's that all about?
The number one thing in our countdown of the fun 5 things to fun is my favorite of the week, Lindsey Stirling, Warmer in the Winter Christmas Tour. Now, if you guys don't know Lindsey Stirling, she is a ballet dancer who also does, and primarily does, the violin. She creates full stage shows. She works with a lot of different artists, and she is just, quite frankly, an incredible performer. She was found on, I believe it was America's Got Talent,
Yes,
and then
AGT.
skyrocketed from there. Refused to go back for their what is it called, alumni tour, because she was so successful she didn't need to. She's worked with incredible groups like Pentatonics or
And where is
Project
she
Hall.
going to be?
Oh, and she, as I run on about her, she's going to be at the Broward Center for the Performing Arts December 21st at 8 p.m.
8 o'clock. All right, so that is our 5 fun things to do this week. And that's it. You've seen the best things to fun this week. Remember, if you have an event, let us know. Send it to submit at happening.fun.
That's right.
Remember, I'm your host, Al Ferguson, and this is my partner, Napoleon Plays.
Lifestyle expert Napoleon Plays, as we
Right.
said. And we want to make sure that you know that we know your time is precious. And that's why happening.fun works to find all of the best things to fun every week so that you don't have to waste your time.
As I told you at the top of the show, it's a serious time, and so fun things to do helps to cut the seriousness of the world.
And so please submit all of your events to us, events, festivals, everything else, at submit@happening.fun.
We suggest that you commit to happening.fun because it will help you laugh.
And it will help you celebrate.
And it'll help you be silly and childlike. And
be toasting and cheery and be sexy.
yeah, absolutely.
Sexy.
All of these sound like definitions of things to fun, and we bring them exclusively every Monday night at 8 o'clock at happening.fun. Starting this coming Monday, we move from Wednesdays to Monday night at
So
8
that you
o'clock.
can plan ahead all week.
That's right. Good night, everybody.
Good night.